What's happening, chess fans? Welcome to Net Chess and Chill. Today is episode number 117 of my Rapid Rating Climb series, and we are on a journey to 1000 ELO. So, if you guys enjoy my content, please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into today's game. Alright, here we go. Music time. And let's see who we're playing today. Krieg's Machine, good luck. We will play a Karo Khan. This guy looks like he means business. He's from Ukraine, but he's got a really cool flair. I like his little skull and crossbones. He's rated 971, so he's right around me, but a little bit higher. Alright. Will he take? He pushes. I think it's actually better to play c5 in that position, because I'm going to play c5 anyways. We'll get the knight out. Whew. My heart is racing right now. I get so nervous during these games. So they are heavily defending this pawn. Okay. This pin is likely. A lot of times this pin happens. I'm not very worried about that. I'm gonna take. And I think in this position I can get my knight out. Maybe kick the bishop out, see what he wants to do with this actually, sort of thing. Because if he takes, I can recapture with my knight, and that would be ideal. Knight on c6 is a good knight. They might play h3. I will be taking the knight. They could castle as well. Alright, so I mean, I don't know exactly what their plan is with this, but we'll threaten the bishop. He'll probably just back up to h4. I can just move my queen as well. But instead we get development. He'll probably take now. But I'm fine taking with the pawn. If he moves the queen, I will be definitely taking the knight. Alright. So we're feeling good. The rook can either go to the B file or the C file. We have the bishop pair, so that's pretty nice. I will more than likely be giving up this bishop, however, for this knight, so... Equal material, but typically the bishops are a little more useful in the endgame. When pieces get traded, files get opened. Currently, we only have the one file open at the moment, but that could all change. I think that queen here is not a terrible move. So this is just his way of trying to... I could play this move right now for sure. Is this a good move, however? What is his queen gonna do? I think we will attack the queen. I have this little cubby for my bishop if I need it, and I think our bishops are strong. And now I decide I don't really want to get rid of the bishop for the knight. I mean, maybe it was a fine trade. I think probably the computer will say that it was a decent move, but I kind of like this prospect. A move like moving my queen over here now is pretty juicy looking. Especially because I don't have a so definitely looking at a move like this. We're thinking on his time, which is good. A move like this looks good. I could also just bring the rook over. That's probably what I'll do first. And then this looks like the move for sure. So he's pushing. If I do this, he can take. So we don't necessarily want that. So he kind of stopped it. I do have this. Ooh, I don't have that move. So if I play this and he takes, I can slide my queen over. I can just move up one square. It's probably not a terrible move. I think we will do that. He's gonna take. I can just push forward. I would imagine he's gonna take. I think he should have taken, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. If he moves this rook over, my bishop will be taking it. A move like that. Let's see. I think we can actually play. If I play this and he takes, I can recapture with the bishop, or I can recapture with the queen. I'm gonna do this. If he takes this way, I can just take, I think. Or I could take with the pawn. I guess that doesn't matter either. I think taking with the queen is a little more forceful in that position. Maybe. If he takes this way, I can take with the queen. It's a pretty interesting situation. So I haven't yet figured out what my opponent is going to play. I would imagine he would trade, but maybe not. I'm up a pawn, but that's not decisive necessarily at my ELO range. So he definitely has plenty of playing left in the position, I think. I think if he doesn't, I mean, if he trades, I'm taking with the pawn for sure. If he doesn't trade, yeah. It's going to be hard, kind of, I mean, it's in a... So he wants to go here. Let's see. I think coming up here is maybe not a terrible move. We'll just move the rook here, and then something like this. He might play that. I didn't actually think about that. Not my finest moment. We'll just bump up then. What does he want to do after that? Something like that. The knight can be annoying. I do need to be careful with the knight. We'll defend like that. It's kind of corny, but I can just bring the rook back if I have to, I suppose. So he's gonna do this and look for some forks. He's low on time. I have 6 minutes. So I have plenty of time to think in some of these positions. Let's see. My rook is kind of in a weird spot. I'm not really a fan of where it's at. I think we'll just put pressure on the knight. And then maybe I can do something like this. Could also do something like this and try and just take the knight away. So we get the bishop out. So far, so good. We can take the knight, or this knight, after he moves one. We'll see what he wants to do. I think he needs to defend, probably. Would be what I would do if I was him. But I have something like this, which is annoying. That's an obnoxious move. So I can do something like this though. We'll do this. He's really low on time, so. Alright, well, the knight is hanging, so we'll take the knight. Alright, well, that was a good game by us. Um, let's see how we played. 88% accuracy, 88.4. 2 inaccuracies. So we played a really strong game. Karo Khan, baby. I think in retrospect, instead of playing the bishop out, I think c5 is the better move. Yeah. So I need to remember that because this is gonna be there whether it's fine. So yeah, I need to remember that. But we're good in this position. That's not the best move. The best move is just queen out because the knight can't actually defend, so he's going to take or he's going to back up. I would assume he's probably going to take. I guess this is also a potential move, but after the bishop happens, we just have a big bunch of trades. Also, if he does do this, I could just ignore it and then take this and it messes up his pawns. So, alright, he does this. Not the best move by me. Best move is to take the knight. So, taking the knight might have been a fine move, but just leaving it is also fine. The knight is not going to be able to jump here. He's not going to be able to come in here. He's going to have to go over here or something, so it's not the end of the world. I was attacking this and this pawn, potentially, so I was thinking of taking. And then if he moves the queen over here to take, I was going to take the pawn, or I could have taken this pawn, either one. My opponent moves his queen over, defends, I get the rook out. This is not the best move. Yeah, I think I was going for this push, but I just don't think that that's necessarily, like, we didn't end up actually trading that pawn. I did this, and my opponent, I found the best moves, which is actually kind of cool. So that's not the best. Taking with or pushing the pawn is actually better. I like that. Because this is just weak, and I'm strong all the way. I mean, this is just insane right here. This whole pawn wall. So, yeah. We trade the queens. I was hoping he was going to be silly and move his rook over, but those are really rookie mistakes, and we're getting to the level where those don't happen as often in games. So, opponents are getting a little better. Yeah, this was overall better. I kind of realized after I did this that he could just kind of start getting in and messing with me and being annoying. Yeah, it just wasn't the best move. My goal with this was, like, if somehow, like, you know, he does bring a rook to the file, I'll double up, and I could either keep the rook on the file, or I could even take and have these as two connected passed pawns if it happened, but he did this. I had to defend, which is kind of annoying, and in this position, I just push the rook, threaten the knight. I do this. This is not the best way to do this. I saw this as well. This is just simpler and easier, and it gets this bishop doing something, because he's literally doing nothing over here right now. So just a better way to do it. Also, this didn't exist if I did that, so yeah, he just hung his knight here and then he ran out of time, but I mean, he was gonna have trouble anyways, even if he defended this knight, like say the rook landed here or something. I don't know, or this rook came here would be maybe a little better example. I just feel like I even have sacrifices almost here, like something like that. I mean, if this rook wasn't here, I guess that's a mistake, because, like, I could then sacrifice. If this takes, I can take here, and I don't know. I'm sure there's something there. Also, just this pawn, and then this becomes really volatile. I'm just in a good position here. So, says we played like a 1500. They played like an 1150. Yeah, that was a good game. I'm proud of it. We are rated 976, so we are getting close to the 1,000 range. I've been doing really good here recently and kind of beating a lot of guys in the 900s. I'm hoping that it stays that way and I don't end up getting on like a big losing streak or anything, but it's been pretty fun thus far, and I'm enjoying the fact that I feel like I'm learning and we're playing pretty solid games. Like, I'm getting pretty good accuracy on most of my games. I have the few where I'm getting, 60s, 70s. I've even been in the 50s before, which is embarrassing, but it's kind of how it works sometimes. I guess if I get thrown out of my comfort zone, it's not really, it's not good to play that way, but I mean, I just don't, I got to make sure I should probably learn some more openings. I don't know what to do against the Dutch defense. I also feel weird against like King's Indians and stuff. I think I kind of know what to do, but I haven't really studied anything. So the openings kind of throw me off, and then I'm uncoordinated the rest of the game. So I think if I get out of the opening in a comfortable position, I'm coordinated enough to keep it together, potentially, as long as I don't blunder. So that's just my thoughts on how I've been playing chess recently. I think that if I'm coordinated, I play well. If I'm uncoordinated, you see issues with my winning. Yeah, good stuff. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you made it this far in the video, you're the best. See you tomorrow.